two, mind and the intellect. So these combined make the antahkarana, internal machinery. So how does the system work? What does the mind do? Let us think about it. So the mind, first and foremost, grasps the objects of the senses with the help of the senses. So sight, smell, sound, taste, and touch, it grasps the objects with the help of the senses. Without the involvement of the mind, the senses are essentially useless. They cannot do anything on their own. So just as if the mind is preoccupied, then our senses are not working. We don't hear, we don't see, we don't smell anything. If we fall asleep attending a discourse, or if we fall asleep during a kirtan session, then what will happen? The words will definitely be entering our ears. However, we will not understand anything. We will not register anything in our head because our mind isn't there. It's asleep. So, without the involvement of the mind, the senses cannot do anything. And just as an example, once Ramakrishna Paramhans, he was going to partake in a Rath Yatra. However, by the time he got there, it had moved along. And so he was late. And so there was a man sitting on the side of the road doing some artwork, an artist. So Ramakrishna Paramhans asked him, "Did you see a Rath Yatra go by?" And the man said, "No, I didn't. I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything. I didn't notice anything." So another man who was sitting there said, "How can you lie to such a great saint?" And the man said, "No, I'm not lying. I am honestly telling you that I honestly didn't see or hear anything." Now one can imagine the commotion and hundreds of people chanting, dancing. There was so much frenzy, so much commotion. But even so, this man was unaware of whatever was going on in the surroundings. Why? Because his mind was so engrossed. He was so engrossed in doing the artwork that he paid no attention whatsoever. So Ramakrishna Paramhans, he sat down there and he went into samadhi, and he saw that in fact this man was telling the truth. And he said, "People call me Paramhans, but you are a true Paramhans. Oblivious to whatever was going on around you in the external surroundings, you were so engrossed and so in working on this art." So in other words, if the mind is not there, if the mind is preoccupied, then the senses are useless. So then, how does this mind work? What does it do? So it generates options about whatever is in front of it. Is this a woman or a man? Should I look upon this person with love, with hate, or with indifference? Will my self-interest be helped, or will my self-interest be harmed? At this point, the mind relays this information to the intellect. You see, the mind has two facets, as I explained. One is the desiring mind, and the other is the discriminating mind. The desiring mind is the mind, and the discriminating mind is the intellect. So now the mind relays the information to the intellect, which is the central government. And then the intellect makes a decision. This person is no one to you. You don't know that person. Just move on. So what do? You just pass that person by.